Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys this super soulful J. Cole style sample, and I'm also going to be breaking down the drums I added to it. Let's get into it. I was super inspired by the song 100 Mil with the kind of R&B vintage jazzy style sample. First of all, I used this claustrophobic piano from Piano Book. So that starts with the E major 9 chord with the D sharp on top as well, and then I've put a bass note below. The next chord is D sharp minor 7th, but I've just pushed the A sharp up. I've added these top line notes as well, and a couple even higher. Then the next chord is again a D sharp minor 7th. I've changed the bass note though to give a bit of variety, and again I pushed the A sharp up. And then finally is a C sharp minor 7th chord. I pushed the E up and also the G sharp, and again some more top line notes here. That piano already sounded really good, so I didn't want to add too many extra elements. I just EQ'd some low end, and I added a sketch cassette just to give it a bit of a vintage feel. After that, I added a soft EP from Lounge Lizard. I wanted to accent those high-end notes that I added, so I just copied those notes and put them on this. That just has a reels on it with the chorus full preset. Next, I added some vocals, I did a main melody, and then I added some harmonies on top as well. So just with auto-tune, it sounds like this. I processed these vocals the same as I normally do. I added an altar boy, pitched the formant down by 6, a pretty heavy reverb to drown it out and push it back within the mix, and an EQ just cutting some lows out. So the main vocal is central, then I've panned one of the vocals to the left and one to the right just to give a really wide stereo image. And altogether it sounds like this. Next up is a pretty simple bass line following the root notes, but I've also added a few extra notes just to give it a bit more of a jazzy feel. After that, I added a jazz drum loop that I found on Splice. I just time stretched it. That just has a bandpass EQ sitting around 500 Hz, so it's nice and low within the mix. Next up, I added some Spitfire strings to continue on with that jazzy feel. To that, I added a cassette with the chorusy preset and a medium-sized reverb just to push it back a little bit within the mix and give it a bit more depth. And finally, I added some brass from Session Horns within Contact. In the song 100 Mil, the sample sounds really warped and stretched out, so I wanted to recreate that. What I did was convert the sample into one audio track. I pitched it up by a whole octave, and I also brought the BPM down just to give it that stretched feeling. I also chopped certain parts like here and reversed them just to give a little bit of variation. I also kept these reverse parts at the original pitch, so it really gives a kind of warped sound. That sounds fire, but it's a bit too high for if someone wants to rap on it. So what I did was added a half time for the verses and stuff. I also added a reels with the chorus full preset again, but I brought the mix knob down to around about half. I added an EQ to cut the low end so I could add some 808s and stuff later on. A slight reverb just to give it a bit more space and fill out the sound a little bit more. And also a shaper box to make it pulse. I wanted to add these really trappy drums, so I started off with this rim shot. Then I added these fast-paced trappy hi-hats. On top of that, I added another hi-hat for a bit more bounce. On top of that, I added another hi-hat. And finally, one more hi-hat, but this time it's a bit more of an acoustic one. So I've laid the trappy ones with some more vintage kind of sounds. And last but not least, this really wide but short 808. That's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.